Hello bookworms, and welcome back to the Taste of Regrets channel. That's me, Elena. Anyways, I'm just going to do my September wrap up along with my October TBR because I didn't really read a lot this month, which is really sad, but I was in a gigantic reading slump, as you can see, and yeah, so let's just get right into it. So we're gonna start with the wrap up first because there's only 3 books, and I finished the manga and the graphic novel in one sitting. I read Saga first and then Parasite, and I finished them both in that same sitting because they were just so good and so fast to read. I just couldn't put them down. But I'm gonna start with The Grip of It by Jack Dimick. I finished this on September 9th. I started on September 1st. I don't think I did a review on this yet, so I'm going to do it now. I rated this 4 stars on Goodreads. I don't know if I said that this is by Jack Dimick. It's by Jack Dimick. It's also signed by her. Okay, so this book is about a couple who buy their first house, and then stuff starts happening in this house, and the dude, the guy, her husband, I think his name is James, I can't even remember their names, but he is like, oh, maybe we should leave or whatever, and then the woman, his wife, is like, I can't remember what her name is, but it starts with a J, and she's like, oh, well, this is our first house, like, I don't want to leave, I want to stay here and, you know, fix it or whatever. But then serious stuff starts happening, like she starts getting mysterious bruises and getting really sick, and then the husband starts acting all crazy and he starts having issues, and then, you know, it's crazy. So I'm trying to see like where it puts it. Like it puts it really, oh, her name's Julie. So I just want to say that half of the book was extremely interesting. Like, it starts off really good, it grabs you and it just takes you along with it, and then halfway through the book it starts getting really boring and scary movie tropes. Basically, people are in this house and they don't leave because it's their first house, whatever. The husband starts acting crazy, the wife starts acting crazy, they start blaming each other for things that are happening in the house. They think that they're playing games on each other and serious stuff starts happening. I rated it 4 stars because it got really boring in the middle of the book and I found myself rushing through it just to get it over with. It's a really good book though. I liked it. It was just, I don't know. I read it in the beginning of this month and I don't even remember why I rated it 4 stars. And on Goodreads I didn't really say anything because I wanted to make a video about it, since I can't find a review on this book anywhere on the internet. A video review at least. But honestly, it wasn't that bad. It was really good. In the beginning I got chills, I was terrified, kind of couldn't sleep at night because of it. It was really good through half of the book, and then it just kind of died down. That's all I'm going to say about that. Next book that I read, graphic novel, is Saga by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. I rated this 5 stars. It was so amazing, and I'm so upset that I didn't order volume 2 when I ordered this one, because now I have to wait until I get paid to order it. But it was just so good, and I didn't expect to love it as much as I did. And if you haven't read this and you know all the hype that surrounds it, I would believe the hype because it definitely lives up to the hype. Parasite by Hitoshi Iwaki, I hope is how you say his name. This book I also rated 5 stars, or this manga I rated 5 stars. I read it in one sitting because it was just so interesting. I applaud this author so much because the drawings are fantastic, the artwork is fantastic, and then the story is really interesting, and it just keeps you reading because it's like, what is going on? I need to keep reading so that I can understand what's happening here. It was just amazing. I'm not going to really say too much about it either, but from what I gathered, Parasite comes from, I don't know, another planet, or comes from somewhere, and it takes hosts in human bodies, and basically if it gets to your brain, then it controls you. So if it takes a human body, it'll eat humans. If it takes like an animal's body, it'll only eat that animal. Like if it's a dog, if the parasite takes over a dog's body, then it'll only eat dogs. And then it tries to get into this kid's ear, but he's wearing headphones, so then it tries to go in through his nose, and he stops that from happening. But then the parasite gets into his arm, and then he starts freaking out and everything, and basically the parasite takes over his arm, and then the whole story is about him and the parasite trying to get rid of the parasites that have taken over people's brains, because those are like the ones that keep killing. And basically him and his parasite hand work hand in hand to get rid of these other parasites. So it was a fun read, and I loved it so much, and I can't wait to order volume 2. It's so good. I loved it so much. Anyways, let's get into my TBR because I babbled enough about these 2 books. So just letting you know, first of all, that I am partaking in the Goosebumps-a-thon, or Goosebumps Read-a-thon, or whatever it's called. So I have the first book called Phantom of the Auditorium coming in the mail, and it's going to be here tomorrow. That's the first book that we are reading from October 2nd to October 7th, and then Welcome to Camp Nightmare we're reading from October 9th to October 14th, and then Ghost Beach from the 16th to the 21st. The reason why there are gaps in between books is because we're also watching those episodes after we read them. So after October 7th, we were going to re-watch Phantom of the Auditorium, and then so on and so forth. So those are 3 books right there that I'm reading in October, that I'm absolutely reading in October. And then these books are my TBR that I want to read. So I have Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I really want to read and finish the Harry Potter series because I never have before. And this book is really good so far, so I really like it. And then next, I want to read Death Note, the manga Death Note. This is the black edition, so it has volumes 1 and 2. So if I absolutely love the volume 1, I can continue it, which is why I love this edition, and it's just beautiful. Next book that I absolutely have to read because it is my favorite of all time is Stephen King's Misery. This is the UK edition, and it's absolutely beautiful. Like, just best money I've ever spent in my life was on that book. And last but not least, that I'm probably not going to get to, and it's probably going to take me like a month or 2 to finish, is Stephen King's It. Look at this behemoth of a book. It is literally a brick. Like, I could hurt somebody with this. It's amazingly beautiful, and I can't wait to get into this. I started reading the first page, and I was extremely surprised at how fast it grasped me because, well, literally most of Stephen King's books are really slow to the start. And if you know Stephen King or love him like I do, then you understand what I'm saying. Like, most of his books start off really slow, but this one grasped me so quick that it might take me shorter to finish it, but just because it's over 1,000 pages, I don't see myself finishing it in like a month. Definitely not. I'd have to literally not read anything else but that book. But anyway, so that's it. That's my TBR. That's all I plan on reading in October. If I order Saga Volume 2 and Parasite Volume 2, then I'll also add those to my TBR, and since I can finish those in a sitting, then I probably definitely will. But I did very poorly in the month of September, so I'm going to try to do my best to be better in October. Anyways, I love you guys so much, and thank you so much for watching. Oh, another thing, in case you're wanting to support my other channel, even though it's not book related at all, my other channel is called Inktuber, and it's my artsy channel because I am an artist, so I decided to create that channel to motivate myself to draw again, because I used to draw religiously, like every single day I used to sketch something and color something. and I kind of fell off the wagon a little, so I decided to turn my other channel into my artist channel. So if you want to support that channel by subscribing, it would be greatly appreciated, and I would appreciate you so much for doing that. I'll leave a link below to that channel in case you want to check it out. There should be like 2 videos on it by the time you're watching this video, or 1 video, so that you can check it out. But thank you so much for watching this video and sticking around with me. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you next time with another video. Bye!